as we take a look at some of the implements used, potentially used.
I saw a table come out.
I see a garbage can.
Party Man Cam don't want to see that.
No.
Tony Corral on his way out for this one, ladies and gentlemen.
And we talked about the accessories on the outside of the ring used in this hardcore match, but what about the accessory hanging around Tony Corral's neck right now?
You know that bull rope will be used to its maximum capacity if he has that chance.
Bull rope with the cowbell attached. As we get set for this hardcore match between Tony Corral and Adrian Alexander.
This one could get ugly, and if I were Bailey, I'd be bailing out of ringside for this one.
I see what you did there. I like that.
I did not try that. That was not intentional at all. Oh my gosh.
Purely organic and instinctual. I like it. I like it. Yeah, you're right. This one might not be for the faint of heart tonight.
I mean, if it were me around ringside, I'd be gone. I'm not dealing with this.
This is why we're sitting on the outside of the barricade.
Yeah.
Maybe we need our own security right here.
Well, I see a table that we're using. There's a ring bell here. Microphones.
You have a hammer.
I mean, they very well could come and take and use all this.
Tony Corral just taking his time around the ring, strutting around. A confident Tony Corral.
It's like he has an ace up his sleeve or something. He's acting like it.
I don't know about that. Can't be too sure, but Tony Corral not one to pull any punches whatsoever, and it has been a night of surprises here in EWA.
Adrian Alexander on his way, accompanied by Morgan Jane. Of course, Adrian Alexander was coming to the aid of Morgan Jane at the last event, which set up this hardcore match, has set up this hardcore main event. Oh, look out, he's running and we're going! We're going! We're underway!
Adrian Alexander, Tony Corral, not wasting any time in this hardcore match.
Oh my goodness.
And Tony Corral just sending Adrian Alexander down to the mat. Alexander back up right now, and Alexander with a little bit of a zone met by Tony Corral. And Corral
jumped to the outside of the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, coming back to the booth, Lone Wolf Bobby Blade.
You should be ashamed of yourself. I'll wait till you get your headset on.
Ashamed of myself? For what? Two referees cheated us out there.
Back to action here in this main event. Lone Wolf Bobby Blade, the old school icon, the king of physical media, rejoining us here in his position at our broadcast table.
Well, just before I go into the commentating on this match and everything, I just want to say on record we were cheated by two referees. Picture perfect, Jordan Cage should be the rightful EWA heavyweight champion at this point in time, but he's not because two referees screwed us over.
And exactly what was that white substance?
That's none of your business, Otis. What goes down between me and Jordan Cage in the ring goes down between us.
Some kind of powder.
Substance.
Yeah, trying to get one over Marty Clay that backfired. But that is neither near there. I can't talk. I can't talk right now because I'm appalled at what you did.
I could believe if you had a stack of flapjacks in front of you and that was powdered sugar, but I doubt it very seriously.
But nonetheless, we are back to action right now. It is the hardcore match, main event of the evening. Right now, Tony Corral going to work on Adrian Alexander.
As I mentioned earlier tonight, this rivalry between Adrian Alexander and Tony Corral, the roots run deep here in the capital city. So intense last year, Adrian Alexander was hanging off from the ceiling and Corral called him just to put him through two chairs. These two have put each other through the ringer years past, but let me bring this to your all's attention too. Also, two former
baking sheet
tag team partners.
Can you believe that? They know each other as well as they do.
Yeah, both men share a elaborate history with each other, going back to the KEPW days.
Oh, look out now. That trash can into the ring and just paintbrushing. He just paintbrushed and slapped him there.
When independent wrestling was shut down in the state of Kentucky in 2020, these two, Tony Corral, Adrian Alexander, on the road to Indiana and West Virginia, spent a lot of time on the road together, got to know each other very well. However, that partnership has dissolved.
And dissolved in a final form, it seems, with this. And we're not able to see too much from our broadcast position over there, but we can hear the chop from Adrian Alexander. Oh, there's the cowbell. There's the cowbell across the head of Adrian Alexander.
You'll have to excuse my silence right now. I'm a little bit upset still, but what a main event we've got going on here. Hardcore match. Oh, goodness.
No.
And the garbage can lid over Adrian Alexander, courtesy of Tony Corral.
Morgan Jane trying to get behind Adrian Alexander. I mean,
it looked like Alexander tried to get a little offense going there on the other side of the ring where these two men are positioned at. It's on the far side of the ring, away from our broadcast. Oh, and Tony Corral just spit in the face of Adrian Alexander, and now he just spit water on him.
We lost our lights here because of that.
Need to be careful. Oh,
my goodness.
And Adrian Alexander down to his knees on the outside of the ring.
Oh, wow. Was that a kendo stick?
I believe it was, and now back up.
Yeah, there it is.
I'd know that sound anywhere.
Using that kendo stick.
Uh-oh. Maybe going for the home run here. Oh!
Snapped the kendo stick in half almost.
Tony Corral out of the way just in the nick of time, but Adrian Alexander still working on the back of Tony Corral. What an impact that kendo stick made with the ring post.
What does Tony Corral have in his hands? Bailey's bailing out. Yep, smart. She's getting out of the way.
Aaron Tiny Rose, you called it. called it. Bailey failing it.
Yep. That's the fun. Oh, gosh, I thought he was going to drop that on his head.
I did too.
He's just getting it out of the way. He's got other plans.
Is her last name Quarters?
Well, if you ever wonder.
Whatever became of me and whatever's going to become of this match between Adrian Alexander and Tony Corral. Tony Corral after our official.
I mean, really, the official, he's only there to count a 3 right now.
That's true.
There's no rules here. There's no reason.
He could be used in this match if Tony Corral thought about it.
Yep.
And Adrian Alexander, is that a cookie sheet?
It is.
Takes him down.
Right, it looked like it to be in the face of Tony Corral.
There's a 1 count. Only a 1 count.
Hard to see from my vantage point here.
He's got a chair. He's got the chair.
Got the chair in the ring. You know what he's going to do here. You know what well, I thought I knew what he was going to do. He's setting it up in the corner.
He's got it set up. That chair, tried to use it a little bit earlier, but avoided by Tony Corral.
And you know he's got one thing in mind, and that's to send Tony Corral head first into that chair.
Big kick there from Adrian Alexander. Adrian said he's calling his shot. He's calling his shot, much like the Babe. But it's reversed! Oh my goodness.
Tony Corral knew exactly where that chair was set up at and used it to his full advantage. Just slamming Adrian Alexander into that chair.
Adrian out at 2.
See Morgan Jane
he was out.
Morgan Jane on the floor trying to drum up some support for Adrian Alexander, trying to get him back into the game here.
And now the crowd chanting Adrian. Morgan Jane leading the crowd.
Uh-oh, we got a table. We got the table right in front of us.
Tony Corral setting up a table on the floor. Adrian Alexander coming out to the ring apron.
They are battling right in front of the table. Big forearm there. He has him set up. Is he going to try to drive him down? Tony Corral, he stops him. Corral, up. Oh my gosh! Right through the table!
Adrian Alexander goes through the table, hits the floor. That's got to be it. He's got to be knocked out. He's got to be knocked out.
This has to be it. All Corral needs to do is get him back into the ring. Make the count to 3.
Somebody call the coroner. There may have been a death here at the Thornhill Education Center. Adrian Alexander just put out of his misery right through that table. And Aaron Tiny Rose, I told you there was something about that spot tonight here on the gymnasium floor.
That's it right there.
Adrian Alexander showing a little bit of movement, but that doesn't mean that he's got all of his wits about him. Tony Corral is working his way up.
Aaron Rose, you used a word that comes to mind right now, and that is equilibrium.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone. He don't have one.
I don't think anybody has one after that right now. Unbelievable what we just saw from Tony Corral and Adrian Alexander as this match continues.
I mean, if you're Tony Corral, you just end it. Put him in the ring, and that's it. He's got to go for the pin. He's out.
I think at this point, Tony Corral might just be looking to deal out as much punishment as he can to Adrian Alexander. He wants to end more than just this match. He might want to end his career or perhaps even his life. Look at that shot to the head.
Tony Corral proving a point here tonight in EWA. And he may be sending a message to the entire EWA roster.
Oh, he's got he's got a wrench. He's got a wrench in hand. Oh, trying to grab it, not able to do so. Adrian's got some fight. He's got some fight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no!
Hot shot on the top rope. Uh-oh, look at this, look at this.
He's got him tied up. He's got him tied up.
He's hog tying his legs, tying his feet together, and hanging him upside down off that top rope.
The blood rushing to his head.
Adrian Alexander, a lifeless body tied to the top ring rope. Tony Corral using those straps.
He's got it cinched up.
I mean, look at that.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. He's got the leather strap on the outside.
He's going to whip him. He's whipping him like a dog. My God.
Morgan Jane needs to get out of the way. She needs to get out of the way.
Oh, gosh.
Well, to quote the old Rolling Stones song, when the whip comes down, and it is coming down hardcore on Adrian Alexander.
Adrian's still tied to that top rope.
There's not much Adrian can do right now. He's just getting beat across the back with that strap.
Morgan Jane standing in front of him.
Tony Corral beating Adrian Alexander like a government mule right now, and Morgan Jane trying to stop him. She's had enough.
She's telling him to back off. Morgan Jane, get out of the way.
Tony Corral on the crowd there. Morgan Jane's trying to get Adrian Alexander out of that.
He's out. He's out. But you can see the welts on his side and back, ladies and gentlemen.
That just goes to show you that Tony Corral has no morals. Tying a man upside down like that and then whipping him with a leather strap across the back.
Guys, this is just, at this point, I don't know what to say.
This is brutality at its most brutal.
You're right, and he's just going to work on the head.
I just don't see how Adrian Alexander is going to be able to mount a comeback from this.
Tony Corral has no respect for that man at all. Just look at him stepping down into the throat of Adrian Alexander as Morgan Jane looks on.
Oh, no.
What did he just hit him with? I couldn't see that.
Looks like a paddle. Is that a paddle? That was a paddle.
I believe it was a paddle.
Morgan Jane trying furiously to get Adrian Alexander to rally a comeback here.
One, two, no!
Whoa!
Out at two!
That was the closest 2 count, almost 3 that I've ever seen, I believe.
Adrian.
Tony Corral still not finished. What's he doing?
And Corral.
Another kendo stick.
Right out of the garbage can. Kind of missed that one where it was strategically placed within the garbage can in the ring post, and now placed right into the midsection of Adrian Alexander. Just how much can Adrian Alexander take right now?
Tony Corral came out to the floor, got a chair, is heading back into the ring.
Oh, no.
He's going to finish off Adrian Alexander right here.
sidewalk slam.
That's it.
Across the chair.
That's it. All he's got to do is go for the cover. That's it.
2. Wow. Out at 2. I can't believe this.
And Adrian Alexander showing signs of life. It's been a long time coming in this match. Morgan Jane enthusiastically trying to motivate Alexander back up, and now Tony Corral just throws that garbage can over him to the turnbuckles. He's got the kendo stick, throws it out of the way.
What's Tony Corral looking to do here? He's heading up to the top rope, it looks like.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Tony Corral still sitting on the top rope. Adrian Alexander working his way back up. Tony Corral fighting back. Both men exchanging blows, lefts and rights and lefts. Oh, wow. Did you see that? That was almost a knockout shot by Adrian Alexander.
Alexander and Tony Corral high atop the Thornhill Education Center.
The future does not look bright for Tony Corral. Superplex!
Superplex taking down Tony Corral. Could this be the one? Could this be the move that changes everything here tonight?
Adrian Alexander really needs to get the big Mo on his side, and that may have been it. The catalyst for Adrian Alexander, and look at him, stomping them boots into the ring.
Firing himself back up, going after Tony Corral. Pickings are good right now.
Come on, big man! Come on, move on!
Standing in the center of the ring, the duck. Oh, big forearm there. Kick right to the midsection. Trying to charge in. Up and over he goes. Caught with the forearm. Adrian has him lined up, maybe looking for that clothesline. Yes!
Beautiful.
Beautiful diving clothesline from Adrian Alexander.
Needs to follow up with a pinfall right there as quick as he can. He might get him, but not following up. Instead, he's firing himself up some more, ready to deal out some more punishment to Tony Corral.
Now Adrian has Tony Corral up, maybe looking for the Havoc driver. Takes him down. Here's the pin. 1, 2. Out at 2.
Still not it. Still not enough to keep Tony Corral down.
The way these two are going at each other, we may be here all night.
Both men have hit each other with every move under the sun. They've hit with every object under the sun, and it's still not been enough to keep the other one down.
He's asking for a chair. He's asking for a chair. Morgan Jane going under the ring to find that chair. Jane getting into the ring. Will Tony Corral give?
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Oh! No!
That Jezebel!
Are you serious?
That Jezebel! She's a turncoat!
Morgan Jane with the chair.
Morgan Jane gives the chair to Corral. Corral, I think, just as shocked as we all are. He's got him lined up.
Oh!
Chair shot to the head.
Just takes the head clean off of Adrian Alexander.
1, 2, 3.
A 3 count as Morgan Jane looks on.
I don't believe this. Tony Corral with the victory as Morgan Jane turns her back on the person who defended her the most, Adrian Alexander.
Tony Corral quite dominant in this match, but it was Morgan Jane that suckered Adrian Alexander, and she was the determining factor in this match.
I can't believe it. I'm shocked. I'm appalled. I mean, Bobby Blade, what you did earlier is nothing compared to what we just saw.
Morgan Jane turned her back on Adrian Alexander, showed her true colors, realigned herself with Tony Corral. You got to think, has this been the plan this whole time?
It may have been.
If so, they got me, because I was up there interviewing them 2 months ago, and I never would have suspected that this was going to happen.
They got you, they got me, they got Otis, they got everybody in this crowd, but they especially got Adrian Alexander.
And with the defection of Joseph Miles and the American Outlaws, was Tony Corral looking for a third member of the American Outlaws, and I think he got it with Morgan Jane.